What's crackin', my dudes? Welcome back to Storytime with your favorite Reddit fairy. My name is Lorna, and today we're getting into 5 stories from r/ChoosingBeggars. So without further ado, smash that subscribe button, sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. Woman comes in and tries to get 20% Wednesday special on a Monday and demands it be done, plus second encounter. Posted by user Matt2602. During the summer, I got a job at this local garden center, and we have a loyalty card system where customers get points and a 20% discount on Wednesdays for seniors. On a Monday, this woman came in with her son and wanted to buy a plant. Costs around £45. I scanned it for her and told her the price, which was met with a confused look, and she asked me why it isn't 20% off. I'm sorry, the 20% off is only on Wednesday for people with loyalty cards. Her. I took a day off today so my son can buy it for me. Okay, it's still £45. I don't understand. If you do 20% off on Wednesday, why can't you do it today? Because it's Monday and not Wednesday. She has an annoyed, slightly louder tone. I know it's Monday, I'm not stupid. Stop being so rude. Would you like me to hold it for you until Wednesday? No, I want to buy it now. Okay, that will be £45. She tries to be nice. Can't you please do a special discount for me? I can give you a 5% discount. No, I want 20. My manager comes in at this point and agrees to give her the 20%, and so she asks for her loyalty card, which you need for the discount, but it turns out this woman does not have one. I know my manager outside of work, and I've never seen her so pissed off, but somehow she keeps her cool. Okay, I can set up a loyalty card and you can pick it up on Wednesday and also pay for the plant with the 20% off. She finally agrees and leaves, but the story continues. Not 15 minutes later, she's back with a plate shaped like a turtle. Her son, by the way, was not present during previous confrontation, but now is. I found a slight crack on this plate. Can I get a slight discount? As it was a noticeable crack, I agreed and said I can get it for 10% off. The son thanks me and pulls out his card. The mother now trots around the corner and stops him and asks me if I gave him a 50% discount. 50% for what? The crack. I sigh and call my manager as I can't be asked to deal with her again. My manager comes along and refuses to sell it to her. She asks her to leave. After a few curses and shouts, she makes a grand exit from the garden center. My manager then takes the previous plant she put aside and bought it. It was the last one. There's always gonna be, like, I find like anytime, I don't know, there's just people that they make like an excursion out of this. They try to see like what they can get for like super cheap, and they're like, I've even seen people at dollar stores. I've personally seen people at dollar stores put not even a defect, because defect would be something that came off the line with that. But they would like, mar it or smudge it or do something to it to make it not perfect anymore and be like, this is like this. Can you give me a discount because I'm like super special? Like there's people like that all over the place. This is why I hate shopping. People in general make me not like shopping. This is why I do all my shopping online. Sorry, not sorry. How you guys doing today? It's a Friday. Happy Friday, my dudes. What do you guys have planned for your weekend? I don't think I'm doing much, except for maybe taking care of this mess behind me. I'd like to put my backdrop up at some point. I just gotta get rid of the crap that's underneath it, and it's just mostly empty boxes, like for my computer stuff and my Cricut. It's just empty boxes. Like I said in another episode, I hoard boxes. I don't like getting rid of it just because in case I have to move, I have their protective boxes for everything with this time. Oh my god, I'm a hoarder. Oh god, guys, help me. Alright, let's get into the next story. But before I do, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications for future videos, just like this one. This one is called I used to work at a computer retail shop, and a guy thinks that his broken computer entitles him to a free computer. Posted by user XenogenicYT. I live in a country town in Australia, so community is important, and people talk about you real quick. I used to work at an IT shop back a few years ago, and if I'm honest, I would have called it my first real job. I was actually given this job in pure luck, as the store owner of the business would come back to this electronics store I used to work time to time again and ask me about some project knowledge or product knowledge about computers and repair. And one day he asked if I'd like a full-time job, which I replied yes, straight up. Perfect timing, as the retail store I worked for went broke. So, within my first few years of working there, I got to experience some people and how to operate as a technician. Most of these were phone repairs, which were pretty fun if I'm honest. I do love working, so you can see when I put in pretty fun. While I did have my bad days, where I just wanted a computer to just work, things like this would eventually just come off as common knowledge for me today. With that, the new day starts, and the day starts with ChoosingBeggar coming in. He has this laptop which is not working. Hi, how's it going? Not great. What do you think? My laptop's not working. Okay, well, I can help that today. I already thought in my head, either this guy is stressed or just a jerk. Anyway, our policy in the store was to physically inspect the device before accepting it and making any notes, just in case they come back and say, "This device has a big scratch on it, and it was not there before." We had people attempt that. We made notes such as physical abnormalities, light marks, notes about their issue, and so on and so forth. And to save our ass, we made sure they signed a physical copy, which was given to us and to them, acknowledging that there are issues or known signs of wear and tear. In this case, this guy had quite an old PC. By quite old, I mean 2010. It was a laptop similar that I used to have, so I knew the insides and outs of these certain computers. I asked him what the issue was. He just shrugged and said, "I don't know, that's why I brought it here, duh." I just raised an eyebrow, as I don't know meant a lot of things, I guess. I continued to ask more questions, and eventually, he turned around and said it wouldn't turn on. Fair enough. As soon as I went to open the lid, his hand quickly reached out and closed it. Sir, I need to check the rest of the computer so I can make notes." "You don't need to look that far. It's not necessary at all." I do apologize, but we need to. If I don't see the rest of the computer, I can't say what the actual issue is. "But that's what I'm paying you for." I felt like he wanted to do the "it wasn't there before" excuse, which we get a lot, which is why I become so diligent about detail and getting my information correct. The store owner decides he wasn't going to have and diffuse the situation real quick. "Sir, you need to understand. It's like taking a car to get repaired after the engine has stopped working. How do you expect us to look underneath if we can't see under the bonnet?" The store owner was very clever with these situations, and I took notes from him on how to talk to people, and eventually, I started to use these ways on how to talk to people still today. ChoosingBeggar just huffed and went, "Yeah, alright, fine." As soon as I opened it, I noticed there was impact from the screen. It was impossible that it was caused from the slam just then, only because I could tell the angle of the impact was to the screen. I make note of this, but that wasn't the worst part. The keyboard was covered in this disgusting substance, and it looked like it had spread underneath, like milk or something. It looked kind of yellowish brown. So, in my service report, and I had this to ChoosingBeggar as well before he stated, "Oh, I spilled coffee on it, but it should be fine." So this computer has come in not working, something has been spilt on it, no power is coming to the laptop, a broken screen from a form of impact, keyboard covered in unknown substance with stains. Would like to get it working. Corrosion on the charging port. You're looking at $50 inspection service on pickup. I knew as hell this computer was gone, but this had to be up to him, because while this computer was dead, it was possible that the hard drive was not. $50? And if it doesn't work? It's $50. We inspect the computer and test everything for time and the service. And what if you can't get it to work? Will I have to get a new computer? Most likely. If a computer is too heavily damaged or something is wrong with it majorly or a part can't be replaced due to its age or price, you may have to look at a new computer. He huffs at me and leaves. I start to work on the computer. I say to my boss that this computer is probably going to have some major damage inside, no doubt. I was feeling cocky about it, but even the smell it gave off. So I start working on it amongst my other workload. After pulling some parts out, the hard drive was surprisingly fine. Data could be pulled off. My store owner said to back it up just to be safe. Who knows what would happen? The computer would not turn on at all. I had to pull apart the whole machine, which took me about 10 minutes. When I get to the main board, I almost vomited on what I found. The board was completely covered in liquid, which was more likely that coffee, as there was mold covered all over it, and dripping from the top panel. It looked horrible, and even dripped to the other opposite side. How much did he spill? So I report my findings and take photos. I eventually clean the board with isopropyl alcohol, which has made the board clean, and I could see the contacts. A lot of them were brown and black, some of them even completely gone, which means the computer was most likely gone. I replaced the charging port and tried to power it on. No luck. Not a single light, or even a reading from the multimeter. Doesn't help the screen was smashed too. I had an external display connected to it, but still no signs of life. Then, the perfect timing comes back. I swore in my head, it's choosing Beggar. It was only 45 minutes, not enough time, but enough to give him what I found. Where's my computer? Is it fixed? Sir, if you would like to come to the front desk, I can help you. Our technician is... I was speaking to him, not you. Where's my computer? Hi, I'm still in the process of inspecting your computer. However, I need to ask a few questions about it. That's why I'm paying you, to fix the thing. Yeah, I understand, but I've spent a bit of time looking at it, but I need you to come answer some questions about it. What did you do to it? I've only pulled it apart to see what was wrong with it. I've noticed there's a substance on there which has caused the computer to fry itself, and I'm sorry, but the computer can't be saved. It's too heavily damaged. By the time I replace the parts, it would cost as much as a brand new, faster PC. I was about to tell him his data could be retrieved, but he started yelling. I didn't do shit! You can't even do your job correctly! I knew I shouldn't taken it to you scammers! Shouldn't have taken it. Oh my god. At this point, I see people walking out, scared to see what could happen. Sir, you signed saying you agreed on what happened. We have not done anything but attempt to get this computer to a working state or even find a solution. I show him my phone, which had photos of the damage inside. I wish I had the photos today, but when I was building my new PC recently, I forgot to back up my Apple data and went fresh with a Samsung. He doesn't say anything, but gets angry at me instead, swiping the phone from my hand, causing it to go to the ground and actually pushes out front customer's screen, breaking the full screen. You guys are bullshit and are frauds! Sir, please calm down. We're here to help. Your data can still be saved and put onto a new computer. I'm not paying for a new computer. You're gonna have to give it to me for free. My store owner was giving a big huff, as in, not this shit. He called security. I'm afraid we can't do that. Your computer isn't under warranty as it's way too old, and even the cost to repair the computer with all brand new parts is going to cost you a new modern laptop. As soon as I said his computer was too old and couldn't be saved, I knew he would freak out, and would you believe it? He did. I want a free computer for your fuck up! Nope. You're not getting a free computer. Choosing Beggar does the unthinkable, takes a laptop off display, and not any laptop, the gaming laptop that costs $2,500, and walks out the door with it, screaming Bloody Mary how we rip people off and break people's computers, but goes and breaks our equipment and steals a computer. I yell out to security to stop the person, and they do. Choosing Beggar went off kicking and screaming, and we got our computer back. The guy gets banned from entering the plaza area where we're located for 6 months and is arrested for stealing and destruction of property. So, with him gone, I put his computer back together and leave it as completed, as the policy about fair trading states after a period of time, a product can be disposed of. The the police ask us questions and ask if we'd like to press charges. My store owner said yes due to breaking our AIO computer at the front, but otherwise, I said it's up to my owner. I picked up my phone and it has a slight dent in the frame. I was surprised how people complain about iPhones breaking, but this somehow survived. This was an interesting day, and Choosing Beggar decided to make a rant about it on Facebook the next day about how unprofessional we were. I saw people commenting and defending us and saw one person who mentioned that she was there and saw how loud he was yelling and even stealing the laptop when things didn't go his way. Within 5 minutes of that post, he deleted his comment. My store manager just laughed and said that I handled it well, but goddamn, don't make a show in public where a community knows everyone and post it on Facebook. That's the worst part. Never post on Facebook since the community is small and everyone knows what's going on. So I want to know, has anyone had anything similar like this? I can't say I have. I stopped somebody from stealing a TV. That was pretty fun. I worked at Best Buy in Toronto. The guy tried to walk out the door with the TV over his shoulder when I was working at the door, and the guy that was working with me was this huge, like, linebacker looking guy. He was like trying to stop him from going through the door so he didn't see little tiny me coming up behind him. I grabbed that TV and I just yoinked it and ran through the store as fast as I could with it. That's my only, I worked the door for a couple places, checking receipts and shit like, but that's the only time I ever actually, like, actively stopped someone from stealing. Holy shit. But, like, crazy, like, I'm wondering, he had to have known that his computer was this shit, because why else wouldn't he want them to open it? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, or maybe he's just a fucking idiot and thinks that, like cars, computers don't get obsolete, you know, like, whatever. Anyway, let's get into the next story, my dudes. This one is called Karen Cuts Up a Free Mask I Made to Check the Quality. Posted by user 1 egg short of a jar. Okay. Hey guys, I was recommended to put this post here as it suited better. Sorry for formatting as I'm on mobile. This story happened yesterday. I'm a middle school teacher and have been working on and off from home. In my free time, I have been using my sewing machine to make masks, for free, for the elderly and the vulnerable. I'm not a professional seamstress, but these masks are up to standard of most cloth masks sold. I had a woman ask me for 5 masks for her grandparents, step-grandparents, and a great-uncle. I happily accepted. My post on the group in question clearly labeled that they were 3-layer cotton masks. I put them on my doorstep for pickup. She picks them up. I don't receive confirmation of this, which is fine. I didn't do this for praise. I received a few messages the next day, however, saying that she had only needed 4 and the 5th was cut open to check the quality. She berated me via text for them only being 3 layers, as stated in the advertisement. I have ignored the 5+ messages she has sent today alone. It won't discourage me from helping, as I have given 30+ of these to some really cool folks without incident. But holy hell, are some people ungrateful. My dude, you don't have to tell me this, I already know. Good for you. That's super awesome of OP to, you know, make these out of, you know, material that they have out of their free time, their own materials, and they're giving these away. And then you got fucking Karen that comes up and thinks the whole world owes her something. Just fuck off, Karen. I'm at the fuck off Karen point of the summer where I'm just like, I've had enough of Karen, I think. And all the people that claim to hate Karens too, but actually are them. All right, let's get into the next one, my dudes. This one is called Choosing Beggar Wants Free Cigarettes with His Refund. Posted by user Morgan LaFay. This happened a while back at a retail store I worked at. It's important to know that at the time, our store had our own brand of mini donuts in a bag. They were discounted, probably for the following reason. They were really good. However, the problem is that the way they were packaged. The donuts would be packed and sealed while they were still really warm, which would cause the powder on the donuts to become slightly wet from the trapped steam. This can be off-putting for some people because they want powdered sugar, not powdered paste. Anyway, a man comes into the store one day looking for a snack. He picks up a bag of our brand of mini donuts, comes up to pay, and leaves the store. A few moments later, he comes back in with the open bag, having eaten one or two, and puts it on the counter. So, the cast is me and Choosing Beggar. OP and Choosing Beggar, of course. Yeah, I'd like to return these. They're gross. Okay, sure thing. I refund him his money and take the donuts back. Seemed like a quick fix, but I was wrong. Can I also get a pack of this brand cigarettes? Sure. I grab the brand he wants and start the transaction as normal. Okay, your total is... Insert total here. What? Why do I have to pay for them? You sold me gross donuts. The least you could do is give me cigarettes for free. Sir, I refunded you your money for those donuts. But they were gross. I should be compensated. You were compensated with a full refund, sir. Would you like to continue this transaction? Not if I have to pay for them. Then he turns and leaves while muttering angrily under his breath. If you can't afford cigarettes, you shouldn't be smoking. This is all I'm gonna say. I am a smoker, unfortunately. I'm trying to quit. I'm slowing down. I'm cutting down the amount that I smoke. I'm trying to get to that finish line where I don't smoke anymore. I've tried vaping. Please don't flood my comments with, oh, you should try vaping. I've tried it. I've tried different models of like vape units. I've tried different juices. I've tried it all and I hate vaping. So I really want to love it. I do, but I hate it. I hate it. I hate smoking cigarettes too. I hate the taste. I hate the smell. I hate everything about it. But your brain is like, gimme. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure some of you know what I'm saying. But yeah, anyway. If you can't, and then you have people that like the Kevin I've spoken about before that would come up to me at work and always never talk to me except for when he wants a cigarette. It's like, oh, hey, Lorna, how you doing? You having a good day? Yeah, that's great. Do you have an extra cigarette? No, fuck you, man. Fuck you. I don't have an extra cigarette for you. Like, cigarettes are expensive as fuck now. Buy your own. If you want to smoke, buy your own. Stop fucking asking people for them. It's it's just a little bit of a mild annoyance for me. Maybe a little more than mild, but I'm sure some of you can relate. Anyway, I'm gonna get into the last story of the day, my dudes. But I don't want to. I feel like I just started. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, last story. Shouldn't have stopped to give change to people. Posted by user le_mage_magique. It should be relatively quick. Happened a bit more than a year ago. Seeing all these stories on this sub kind of reminded me of this. I was strolling with my headphones in the city I live, going to my video game club when a kid about 12 or 13 waved at me to beg for money. Not unusual where I live. I gave him all the change I have, which amounts to 2 or 3 euros. Which isn't much, but I'm broke most of the time, so I still miss them, to be honest. But he told me, why don't you give me some banknotes? Cue me a bit surprised. This makes him asking about 5 to 10 euros, which I don't have, and I tell him so. Some people that seems to be a part of his family, mother, sister times 2, and grandma, gathered around me and begs for money too, and he asks if I could go to an ATM to get some money for him, making him asking for 20 euros. He then asks me for some tickets, restaurant or resto ticket. This is a special way of paying for food in my country, associated with personal information, so you can't give them to stranger in theory, which I also didn't have. I was less and less happy about the situation, and then the kid dropped me this phrase. Can you pay us a diner then? The situation was so surreal, I just stopped saying anything and I skedaddled away. Edit. Some mistakes I tried to correct, not a native English speaker, sorry. Okay. So what I got out of that is the OP's not very well off themselves, but this kid approached them asking for some kind of like, I guess they're cards that restaurants give out that have a total, like a gift card, I guess, or something. I don't know. Anyway, and then the family comes and starts asking for money. That's kind of what I'm getting out of this. But what is with them and always saying, well, you could just go to an ATM and get me money out? Like, of course I could, but I'm not going to because you just asked like that. Like, they should be thankful for anything that they get from somebody that, like, anybody. Friends, family, stranger, anybody. They should be fucking thankful, but they're not. Why are they so fucking ungrateful fucking people? Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comments below what your plans are for the weekend. You know, like, did you take up a new hobby? Let me know what's new in your lives. God, I'm so bored all the time. I want to hear all this new stuff you guys got going on. So leave me a comment below. As always, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications for future videos just like this one. As always, the links to these stories will be in the comments or in the description below. So head on over to Reddit and show those posters some love with some upvotes. You know they deserve it, my dudes. And yeah, that's all I got for you. I hope you guys have a fan-fucking-tabulous weekend, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace out, my dotes!